Morning, friends. Tara Tom here in sunny and freezing Western New York. When I looked at the back of the phone, I saw that there were no friends yet, so I'm going to give you all a chance to sign on before I start my spiel. And Brenda, can you let me know when we have some friends joining us? I think in the meantime, I'm going to talk about what Brenda and I have been talking about this morning. Both of us had a wonderful weekend watching our daughters in a dance recital. And it was, well, with Brenda here, it's hard for me to say that this was my 21st and last dance recital with the studio because her daughter is still dancing at 30 something. I'm not going to give away her daughter's age, but it might not be my last recital, but it feels like my last recital. So I just want to give a shout out if you are a local grandma or mother to the studio where my girls have spent the last 21 years of my life. And that is called Gotta Dance Studio. And it's a hop, skip, and a jump over Main Street. And the one thing that I would say about Amy's business is that it is not just about dance. My girls have learned character development, they have learned conflict management, they have been in a safe emotional environment, and I just can't say enough about how much I appreciate that part of our village helping me raise my kids. So I could go on, but I won't because I know you're not here to hear about that. But I just wanted to say that. And I also wanted to say that I had the blessing of watching two of my daughters. My daughter, who lives in Chicago, came home and they did a duet, and it was just an amazing experience. And I'm grateful. And everybody's tired. So, but we're on Thursday, and it's been a while, so we're kind of back in the swing of things. So, Brenda, how many friends do we have? Anybody joining us? 4. Well, welcome, friends. I'm glad to have you. I don't think Irene's going to be watching today because she's taking a class. She just texted me a little bit ago. So, welcome to those of you who are here. We've got some new fabric to share and some new gadgets to share and an item of the month, which I'm just realizing I forgot to bring out here. So, but we can talk about it. And we're going to have a fun time this morning. So, welcome. It's Thursday, April 25th, and we are coming to you from Western New York. We have a website where you can go to quickly purchase things if you want to make sure that you are able to get them. And that is www.townandcountryquiltshop.com. And if you're looking for anything that I'm going to talk about today, it will be on the Facebook Live tab in the top menu. If you are local and you want to just pop in today to purchase anything, you're welcome to come. I'd love to see you. I'll be working here. And those of you who are local might know that I have been wearing a boot on my foot. I don't have the flexibility to show it to you today, but and I just got some new sneakers that have like a platform on them. So now I'm not going to be having an aching back by the end of the day. So you could even come in at 3:30 and I will still be happy. So I'm looking forward to seeing you if you do come in. And without further ado, I'm going to start with announcements. We have a class open house not this coming Saturday, but the one after that, May 4th. We're going to have most of our teachers here from 10 a.m. to noon. And we've got some fun stuff coming up. And normally we don't show, which we're still not going to, the samples before the open house. But I will tell you, we're going to be offering a Quilt as you go class, an EQ class, electric quilt, a class on 9 patches with a little bit of a twist, a beginner Judy Niemeyer class, and machine applique. So if any of those interest you, come on out on May 4th between 10 a.m. and noon. And we may also have some Girl Scout cookies here. So I'll let you know for sure next week. All right, so yes, Girl Scout cookies. They are a plus. Also coming up in May is Genesee Valley Quilt Fest. I'm sure you've heard me talk about it. I'm sure you've heard other shops talk about it, but we're really excited because we get to be a vendor there. And I believe that they have over 600 quilts and 60 vendors. So that's going to be a fun day, actually 2 days, May 17th through 19th. And that's going to be at RIT in their field house. Brenda, correct me if I'm wrong about that. And we're really looking forward to it. So we're going to be a vendor there, and it's just going to be a really fun opportunity to immerse yourself in all things quilt. So I hope that you will go out. And RIT is in Rochester, New York, if you're not a local. I don't want to make any assumptions. And then the next thing right after that, I feel like, is the Western New York Shop Hop. So I just got these yesterday, printed this today. So this is not the final printing. You can see that it's cut off on the bottom. I hope you can see. But this is, we'll be handing these out. This is the list of shops that are participating in the Western New York Shop Hop, and that is going to take place Thursday, May 30th through Wednesday, June 12th. I had in my mind that it was different dates, and I think I may have made a different announcement than that, but you can see in print, these are the actual dates. I had made a mistake before. So that is coming up in late May, early June. We're super excited about that too. We're going to be offering the grand prize is 42 yards of fabric, all like the rainbow of fabric. We're also doing loop prizes. There's a north loop and a south loop. You can see on the map. They're there. And each shop is having a prize. There's going to be guest cards. And every shop is doing 20% off all fabric on the bolt with a half cut minimum. So we're excited about this. I hope that you're thinking about it too. We are on which loop? We're on the north loop. So that's these numbers in red we are part of. But even if you do the south loop, you have to practically go by Albion, so you may as well do both. So that is coming up, and I will have better printed flyers than this. I just really wanted to give you an opportunity to see it, and I just got it yesterday. So that is that. And then we're going to move on to our featured quilt. You can probably see it behind me. I'm going to move out of the way so you can see the whole thing. And this is called the Feathered Star Quilt. This is a little bit easier than it looks in that this is a border print. This is a border that's sewn in. These are paper pieced. And it's just a fun quilt to put together. And we have a couple of patterns that look like this. This is not the same fabric. However, you could decide to get this fabric if you like it. We have enough for a couple more quilts to be made from that. Or you can choose your own fabric. And this is a great opportunity to use some of those big florals. So this is the pattern. Pattern is $14. And we didn't put together kits, but you can put together your own kit if you really like it. And we just wanted to let you know that we have it. And you can come and check this out. This will be in the classroom all day. And it's called Feathered Star. And the pattern is available on the website. So that's our featured quilt of today. The next thing I wanted to talk about is our item of the month. And we've talked about it a couple of times, and you can see it on the website. But what we're offering this month is a bundle, which includes a quick change 45 millimeter Olfa rotary cutter, which is super easy and quick to change. That's why they call it quick change. And also a 5-pack of blades for that cutter. And normally, if you were to buy those two things together, it would be $50.49 for both of them. But we're offering it as a pre-sale for $40.99. So that's available either in the shop or on the website. They won't be here until early May, though. So this is a pre-order only. And it's a great opportunity to have, like if you go to retreats and you already have a rotary cutter that you like at home, but you want to make sure you don't forget it, you can put it in your retreat box, or say you have a hard time changing your blade. It's a really quick and easy process with this cutter. And those are both Olfa products. All right, so Another thing I wanted to tell you about, and I've noticed as the fabric has been coming in this spring, I must have been on a patriotic kick when I was ordering, because this is the third collection that I am about to show you that has sort of, an obvious patriotic bent to it. So I'm not going to hold up all of these fabrics. And Brenda, let me know if these are well centered so that you can see it in the video. I'm going to move this over a little bit so that these are in front of me and you can see both. Brenda's going to tell me if you can't. But we have some flags with eagles, and we have some many stars. We have a fabric that has poppies on it. I'm going to pull that one out so I can show it to you. All right, the poppies are very much the color of poppies. And then you can see their leaves, and they're on a blue background. This is part of this line is Stonehenge, which if you're familiar with the Northcott blender line of Stonehenge, we have a couple of them here. It's a great blender. It's very, I don't know how you would describe it. Mottled maybe? But we have a couple of these. We have the red and then the medium blue. And then it looks like Stonehenge on the back of these stars as well. I'll hold this one up. But I'm hoping to get some, I want to put something to a vote. And I want to know what you think about it. And it's okay if you would never make this. Like, I'm not trying to find out who's going to make this. But I want to show you something. We have a couple of patterns. Actually, first I'm going to show you the panel. And this panel is why I fell in love with this line, because many of you might know my husband in 2020 retired from the U.S. Air Force. He was active duty for 8 years, and then he did 30 minus 8, 22 years at Niagara, which is the Air Force base that's close to us. And in 2014, I think, he was deployed. That was his second deployment to Afghanistan. And when he came back, our kids were, I think Sarah was like, she was late elementary school, and we had Jacob in the middle school and Catherine was in the high school. And that was a big deal to have their dad gone for 5 months and then to have him come home. And it's one of those core memories for all of us. And so when I saw this panel, and Brenda, let me know if this isn't very well seen, I thought it would be a great opportunity to remember that. Brenda's saying it's good. So you can see that there's a flag at the top and a soldier coming home to his child. And then in the back is a beautiful sunset scene, and it's in silhouette. And so I fell in love with this, and I thought maybe some of you might be making quilts of valor, and this would be a great opportunity to showcase that kind of event in someone's life. And I did not order any patterns yet because I wasn't sure which one was going to be a hit, but I just wanted to show them to you. And I'm going to come around back to the camera so that I can see these in the video. And we have two different patterns. There's this pattern, and it says My Hero on it. It has several borders. The outer ones are not pieced. That one in the middle is pieced. So it's a little bit of work to put this one together. So that's option A. We're going to call that the My Hero quilt. And then option B, we're going to call option B, the one with the two panels. You can see around the center panel that I just showed you, there are smaller squares, and that's a second panel that came with this line. I'm not getting it to be in focus very well, but so option A is going to be with the pieced border. It says My Hero, called option A, My Hero, and option B is going to be with two panels. So if you are interested and wouldn't mind, can you vote and just say, I like option A or I like option B. This being A, my hero one being A, and this being B. And it doesn't commit you to buy anything, but it's just a good opportunity for me to find out which pattern we should stock here to see which one you like. All right, so those are the two patterns that I'm going to order one of them based on your vote. And I'm going to give it a while because I know some people watch this on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube or you're watching it not today, April 25th, go ahead and vote, and then I will take that into consideration. So that is your opportunity to have a say in what we have here at the Quilt Shop. So this is Stars and Stripes, and all of these fabrics are available on the website under the Facebook Live tab for this week. They'll still be on the website next week. They'll just be in a different location. I think you can search for Patriotic and find them on the website. And those are one of the things about Northcott fabrics. They say that it's cotton that feels like silk, and they're not kidding. Oh, all of you like A, so that's good. That's good. It's good to have a definite winner right off the gate. But if you like B, don't be afraid to vote because of that. So we'll get it ordered in the next few weeks. All right, so that is our first look at fabric. And then I started something new last week, and I just wanted to continue it this week. We won't do it every week, but we got some fun stuff this week, so I wanted to share that with you. And the first thing, although it's not really a new product, it's a spin on an older product. So Brenda, if I do something right here, can the camera pick me up? What's going on right here? Can you see this area right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to pretend like I spilled some pins, which, hello, happens all the time. And I'm going to use this new tool. This is called a picker-upper, but it has an added twist in that it has a light on it. Should have tried this before. I don't know how to turn on the light. But anyway, it has a little light in there in case you spill your pins in the dark. Actually, I think it doesn't have, I think the battery is disconnected, so it saves the battery. It has an extension so that you could be this far away from your items that you spilled. And then it has a very powerful magnet. So you can just go and grab, I don't know, 30 pins.
I'm impressed.
Pick them up, put them back in their little jar. Oh, I got a little, I don't know what this is, a little nut or something. You never know what you might find on your floor or wherever you spilled your pins. Grab the rest. Oops, some of these aren't magnetic. So this is called the lighted picker-upper. This is also on the website and in the store. It's $9.99, and it might just become your best friend. So there's that. We also, I have wanted this for some time. I just hadn't found it. We like to make soft books for babies because they're so fun and they're so cute. And one of the things that I found when I did have babies is they like something that sort of feels a little bit different and makes a little noise. And what this is, it's called crinkle material, commercial grade crinkle material. And it meets all CPSIA and EN71 standards. I'm thinking those are safety standards or toxicity. And it says, add noise and texture to your handmade products. So this could be used in pet toys, cloth books, baby teethers, baby loveys, baby toys, play mats, pet bedding, or sensory toys. This piece is 36 by 48 inches, and the thickness is 1 millimeter. And you can use it, you can sew right through it. And when you put it together with your whatever you're making, it makes a little crinkle. So I thought that was fun for those of you who like to make toys for pets or children. So that's called crinkle material. And it's making a lot of noise today. Sorry about that. The next thing that is new on my radar, someone came in and said, you know those Japanese bags? And I said, no. That's how I get a lot of my information. People come in and say, do you know this? And I'm like, no, tell me more. So thank you. So these are Japanese knot bags. This is a pattern, and the pattern utilizes two fabrics, each of them a fat quarter if you're doing the small one, or a half yard if you're doing the large one. They're small and large. And this just came yesterday, so we have no idea how it works, but we are going to find that out. And this is a cute little project. This could be a good sewing project for somebody who doesn't know how to sew yet, or maybe a kid. So that's a new pattern to us, Japanese knot bags. And those are super cute. What else have I got? Oh, no, that's for later. This is new as well. And I'm not a big book buyer. I used to be a big book buyer, and you can tell by the bookshelves in my basement. But I learned that I didn't really like it when I bought a book because I liked one project, and then I had 40 pages of projects that I wasn't going to use. So when I buy books for the shop, I try to do things that are going to be multi-use. And I thought this one was going to be a good fit for that. It has 8 creative quilt designs using 2.5-inch wide strips, which you could cut those from your stash, or maybe you have a jelly roll or a 2.5-inch bundle that you'd like to use for that. And then bonus, it also includes matching mini quilts for each of the designs using 5-inch squares, which you could cut from your stash, or you might have a charm pack lying around, or you might come in and buy a charm pack or a jelly roll. So I just wanted to show you a couple of these. I love this one. I'm a log cabin fan, and this shows the versatility of a log cabin. So there's that pattern in here. And then this one is a good one too, called Mini Pirouette. I like that because it has that white space in between. So this is a product that is from Annie's, which is a popular company who creates quilts, patterns, and books. And it's written by Scott A. Flanagan. And we have these in the shop, and they are $9.99. So this would be a great book if you really like working with pre-cuts. And I think that might be it. Why did I put this way over here so I couldn't see it?
How much was that again?
This one is $9.99. Yep. So the last thing that I wanted to show you, I already took it out of the box, and this is it's called the Design Pro Applique Mat. So this is a 2-item product. It comes with this, which feels, it's like a silicone mat, heat resistant. You can lay this right on your ironing board. This is for if you're fusing anything. Lots of people do fusible with applique. So there's this mat. And so you would lay your whatever you're fusing on top of this mat. And then this, I don't know what this feels like, but it feels a little like Teflon. So this is a slippery surface protector of your whatever you're fusing. So you can put this over what you're fusing, and you can run an iron right over it. So this is called the Design Pro Applique Mat. This particular one is about 11.5 by 16.5. So it's a good size if you're doing smaller applique projects. We have the opportunity to order a bigger one if you would like, but this is the one that we ordered, and this is $39.99. So this is a great tool if you do any kind of fusible wool applique, regular applique, other things that I may not know about. So that is the product that I wanted to show you today that was kind of new to us. And if Kathy Hooker is watching, we have yours in stock. I don't think anybody called you yesterday, but now you know if you're watching. Okay, so that brings us to the last thing of the Facebook Live, which is a tradition around here. It's called 3-2-1, and what we do is we show you something, usually a fabric, almost always a fabric, that we're offering for $3 per yard. And a lot of times it's a great thing for backing or background. Today is not a background, but you'll see it in a second. and that is going to be good throughout the week, that you can pick up however many yards of it for $3 a yard. We also do a 2, which is a lot of times is something we have 2 left of, and we offer a great discount on that. And then 1, which is usually 1 thing left. So today's 3 is going to be this plaid, brown and cream plaid. This is a Moda, and it's from Eleanor's Endeavor, which was a Civil War reproduction line that we had. And plaids and stripes, they always seem to be left behind. So if you would like to use this for a border or for a backing, it is yours for $3 a yard this week only. So we will have it right up by the register, and it's also available on the website. And that is called Eleanor's Endeavor, if you have some of that at home, by Betsy Chuchian, I think. And this is a Moda fabric. So that's our 3. Our 2 is this gorgeous book, Trendy Table 2, featuring 15 table runner designs. The normal price is $21.99. I'm going to show you, well, actually, I don't even need to open it. You can see some of the projects that are inside are on the front, and then others are on the back here. A lot of these are seasonal. We saw the pumpkins on the front, and then I think there's another, nope, well, there's a spring one and then a coffee one. That's fun. So that book by Heather Peterson is $21.99 regular price, and we're going to have it for $11.99. There's only 2 left, so if you really like it, go ahead and order it online or come on in. And then the last thing, I thought we only had 1 of these left, but it turns out we have more than that. But that's fine. This is called a blade saver. And what that means is that you can save your blades that you no longer are using to rotary cut because maybe they've gotten a little bit dull over the time that you've been cutting with them. You can keep them in here, your spares, except for the one that you're using for this, which would go, this opens up, and so you can put the blade inside here. So then you would set this in its base, and then you would have your sharp blade would come up to about here. And as you're piecing, you probably would want it to be a little like this. As you're piecing, chain piecing, you can pull your 2 pieces over this and snip the little chain that's in between your pieces. So this is a great tool for chain piecing. And we have this one in pink, and then we have a couple of purple ones. So if you don't like pink, but you like purple, those are going to be available as our number 1. Normal price for these is $17.99, but they are marked down to $9.99. So that's going to be a good deal if you like this and you need something to cut those chains. All right, so that is all I had for today. Brenda, do we have any questions that I need to answer that you weren't able to? All right, so tell your friends that they have an opportunity to vote on that pattern if they're interested in making a quilt of valor or another type of patriotic quilt. And if that's all that we have, then I thank you for coming and joining us. And I hope you got some inspiration for your sewing days. We still have some good sewing days left because it is freezing outside. So, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.